and welcome to the Lifestyle Show with me, Pam Joseph. So glad for your company. Keeping in line, government instructions. We are here, remote, and you're very welcome to my humble abode, as you do. Okay, we got a packed show, so I'm going to really steam in and get on with this. But I do need to say that you are sending us the best of wishes. You always do this. Keep on going, keep on trucking, keep doing it. We love your show. We love the way you come up with the information that they need to know. And it's all good. This is about edutaining our viewers, and informing you on things happening around all of us. Yeah. So let's go on with the first thing that we need to talk about. We need to talk about how you can get in touch with us. So let me get my little piece of papers out and get ready for this. So we're talking about keeping you in line with us, and you can do that very, very simply. You can either catch up with us and share the link on YouTube, and that's Lifestyle Show TV. You can do the Facebook, that's Lifestyle on Ben. Watch the program, Ben TV, Sky Channel 458, and that is Mondays from 5 p.m. and also Friday from 10 a.m. In fact, this show is going to go up the following Friday, so it is 10 a.m. I should say the other way around. Yeah, so that's all good. That repeat is on Monday. You can keep your comments, your questions coming through. Keep that going on. Do the likes as well on Facebook. Share us, please. Share us. We need to get the momentum going up here. We really do need to have that, and your support is, be so grateful for that. Right, we are going to be getting in my partner in crime. Not really crime, but my co-conspirator.
Hello,
Anthony Jordan, aka Dark Persuader.
Hey, how you doing? As you see, yeah.
I'm good. I'm in red like the Robin. You're meant to be in black like Batman. No,
I'm doing the Bruce Wayne bit at the moment. The signal didn't come up in time, or it did. But look, I wasn't even here this time last week, so I'm getting back into the swing of stuff.
You saved yourself, mate. You saved yourself, mate. That's very good. How have you been?
I'm good. It's been a busy week. It's been a busy week, but it's been a fun week.
Yeah.
It is that. And hey, we're here. It's lifestyle. But you've always got to be happy when it's lifestyle time.
You've got to be. We got a smiley face.
Indeed.
We've got a lineup like nothing else, because we've got youngsters as well.
We do. I was shocked at the age. I had a small word with her, and I was like, "Wow, you're doing all that." I was playing with my Power Ranger at that age. Well done, you. It put shade on me, but no, wonderful young lady. No, it's going to be fun. And yeah, we've got everything covered today. It's going to be a big one. And obviously in the entertainment corner, we will be talking a bit of gospel with Anette B. We'll have another choice alumni to talk. And yeah. And hey, it's music to keep us entertained. But you know what time it is now, don't you?
Dargetti Teas.
It is indeed. It is indeed. That's the one. The signal has gone up, ladies and gentlemen. That means one thing and one thing only. Anything you hear from this given time could be a question that will come up later on for you to win the fantastic Dalgety Teas hamper. One more time. There we go. Oh my days.
What a hamper.
What a hamper indeed. There you are. So that's the details there. Pay attention to that email address.
Yeah.
And the hamper could be yours.
Excellent. You see that thing? Ginger, lemon, lime. It's all there going on. This is what we need to build up our immune system.
That's the one. That's the one. Hey, and in these times, it's good to build your immune system. Just saying.
Never better than this time. Anthony, let's go a bit further about these times. Let's talk about what's happening now. We've just heard the announcement, and it kicked in on Monday on the 20. I'm going to say it now properly. 21st. That 6 people only. 6 people inside, 6 people outside going on. Yeah, for 6 months. Guess what? 6. I don't know about you.
Stop it. I don't even want to. No. This is a.
I got people calling me saying, "Can you mention that?"
Stop. On a Sunday as well. Them talk you're bringing to me. How dare you?
You know, it's outrageous. I mean, 6 people. They're counting in the kids. And even if you put your children to bed, you've got 2 kids, for instance, you put them to bed, and you've got, you know what, 4 people coming to your home. No, no, no.
Listen, I have a huge issue. I have a huge issue with this 6 and what have you, right? Is that it's all good to tell me 6 in my house, but then you want me to go into a work office of maybe 10 or more. You're then telling me to send my nephew. I'm not a dad as yet, so I can't go into it, but you're telling me to send those kids into a class of 30. Yet it's 6 everywhere else, and then, you know, be out by 10 o'clock. I mentioned this to someone else. Have you thought of what they're saying with this 6 months and this 10 p.m. curfew? At what time will we be celebrating New Year's Eve?
Listen, they've done it strategically. You're talking about, first of all, let's talk about bonfire. Now, the English love to celebrate, you know, bonfire. We have parks that do the bonfire. We have people that, you know, organizers have events. Bonfire night is Halloween. It's this, is that, is that. So you're talking Halloween, talking bonfire. Now, you're talking Christmas. You're talking New Year's. And at the beginning of, well, for us lot, Easter. So if you look at it strategically, he's just blanketed every event going down to the end of the year, beginning of the year. Valentine's, February. There's another one.
Hey, maybe my pockets agree with Boris. I don't know.
Anyway. Oh, you little cheapskate.
Hey, I never said that. I'm just following government guidelines.
Yeah. Of course.
Listen, I said it already, yeah?
The dark persuader goes for anything that keeps his pockets filled.
I never said that. I just said maybe my pockets may agree with Boris. I never said I do. I know the other half was very happy with this year's Valentine.
I hear you. But it's an amazing thing, because in December, whether you know this, but let me just tell the viewers, I've got sandwiched with 2 birthdays, my daughters. We've got, you know, beginning of Christmas, just before New Year's, after Christmas. December is like a manic month. You're talking about saving money in your where's my wallet? Because that's going to be packed in. Because I usually have a gathering for each of the things, and then there's Christmas, and then there's New Year's. Do you know what? Yeah, you're right, Anthony. Same bit of pants.
Yeah. We're just listening to Boris.
Do we salute him or not? Nah, I'm not saluting him.
I never went that far. I just said I'm listening to him. Yeah. I just said I'm listening.
You should be Anthony Jordan should be a politician. You stay close.
Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, and maybe I should, and maybe I shouldn't, and maybe I should go into 10 o'clock, and maybe I shouldn't. But we don't get into that either.
I like this guy. You see how he does it safely. He's always safe with everything. Of course. I just say what it has to say. You know, we don't like this, but we know perhaps we have to, but maybe not stringently with the homes, because what about outside? Yeah. And that's what you just said. What about outside? How come you're still allowed to gather in masses to certain things, whether it's the workplace, whether it's this? It doesn't make sense. So they should start making it sense. Yeah? Yeah. That's right.
Indeed. And I know for a fact you'll be talking more of that a bit later on.
Well, I will. I get your wallet out.
Listen, hey. That's later on in the year. We've got 6 months. Okay, folks. That's enough for me. But as I said, pay attention from now. Anytime the question may come up. So until next time, I'm out. See you.
Nice. See you later. Lovely jubblies. All right, let's go for a quick break. We'll be back. Here we are back again. Can you believe this? You're 10 years old and you happen to be a CEO of a company. Have you ever heard of something? Maybe in America, but by golly, we've got it over here. This young entrepreneur, let me introduce you to her, is a CEO of her own company. Let's get her coming on. Her name is Sky. Sky, are you with me?
Yes, I am.
Oh my gosh, lovely. My God, Sky. Let us go from the very beginning. Sky, you are in charge of your own company. Obviously, you have the help of your parents and what have you. But let's talk to us about what you are doing. It's about a juice company, and it is called Sky Juice. Let's hear the story from the beginning.
Okay, so let me tell you the story of Sky Juice. So, my mum bought some strawberries, and I said, "Ooh, Mum, can I make some strawberry lemonade?" She said, "All right, then." Then I made the strawberry lemonade. It turned out really good, and there was like a big bottle of it. So my mum invited my uncle over, my other uncle, and like my mum's cousins and stuff. And everyone came around and tasted the Sky Juice and said, this tastes really good." Then I said, "No, what? I want money for this." So I just said, "I'm gonna make my own business." Then my mum made a logo. Then my mum signed me up for a pop-up store, and that's how my Sky Juice began.
Oh my gosh. How do you get help? You can't do it on your own. Who's helping you?
My mummy.
Your mum. Just you and your mum.
Yeah.
So talk to us about how many producers, how many, I don't know if you call them cartons a day or how many are you producing?
Loads. I can't even count.
You can't.
Loads.
Oh. So your ingredients, there's something in it. You've got the strawberries. You can't tell us every ingredient because someone else would capture that. So we don't want to deal with that. But you have an idea of what perhaps young people would like to drink.
Maybe they would like to drink the strawberry lemonade because it's quite sugary, but I wouldn't say they would actually like. I wouldn't think they would like the mango and pineapple because it's not that sweet. It's just like plain. It's just something what I would like because I don't like sugary stuff. They would also like. No, I just think the strawberry lemonade would suit the kids.
You suit the kids. You know what they like to do. So where are you selling the coffee? How do you sell it? Where's Mum?
She's here.
Mummy, come in.
Mummy.
I'm here on the side.
Can we see your face?
Sorry, what's that?
Can we see your face? Can you get in with Sky?
Hold on. The camera's a bit.
Yes, sir. Oh, Mum.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. What's your name?
My name's Sade.
Sade.
Yeah.
Lovely. Sade. How are you producing it? How do you sell it? How are you selling it?
I can't just about hear you. Sorry, say that again.
How are you selling the juices?
Oh, we're selling them through Instagram at the moment. So we're getting most of our orders through Instagram.
DMs.
Obviously, she had a pop-up the other day, so and she sold out completely at the pop-out. But yeah, most of it's going through Instagram at the moment. And word of mouth.
This is amazing because your daughter created a juice and she's done this thing. And then you've got the family saying, "Oh, this is amazing." And then your daughter said, "Yeah, I should get paid for it." And then you went along because you knew there was something there. Oh my gosh. How did you set about selling?
How did we? Sorry.
Think about, yeah, actually, she's done this and she's saying it's good. You know it's good. So what made you think that actually she's right? How did you think that to actually sell it?
The signal's so bad.
The signal's
Can you hear me there?
How did we think about selling?
Yes.
Did you say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So because Sky said that she wanted to turn it into a business, I said, all right, that's fine. I'll support you with that. We'll turn it into a business. That's not a problem. And Yeah, I made her the Instagram page, and because she sold it at her first pop-up, I thought, yeah, we'll just continue selling from here onwards.
So you've got a little entrepreneur. How is I mean, maybe I should talk to Sky about this, but as well as
Yeah.
you, how are you being guided in terms of business matters?
So it's just my mom just trying to keep me up. With me, it's just me and my mom always making the juices, staying up late, making juices. It's just us two trying to just get this
Thing going on.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this now. How do people read more up about Sky Juice, and how do we purchase the Sky Juice?
So my mom does deliver because I can't drive. So yeah, my mom does we can we deliver, and people can DM me in Instagram saying what flavors you want, where you live, your numbers and stuff, so we can deliver them over to where you are.
Absolutely amazing. So mum actually jumped in her car for local deliveries.
We're doing local deliveries within like London area.
Yes.
Pretty much anywhere in London we'll deliver to. And yeah, so if anyone wants to place an order, they can place an order via Instagram at Sky Juice London. And yeah, we'll get back to you.
Sky Juice London.
Her website is in the process of getting sorted out.
Just that's it there. Let me see you again. Mum, let's have you again. Today, let me have you again for a minute.
Yeah, sorry.
I just want to say to you as well. When you say that they can you deliver in London, so how one do this? So there is a number, there is an email. How do they actually make the order? Log on?
Yeah, so
Sky Juice London?
Yeah, so if they go on Instagram at Sky Juice London, LDN, should I say, then they can place an order via the DMs.
Via the DMs. And then you can deliver that on the day?
Sorry, say that again?
You can deliver that on the day?
Yeah, on the day or next day, depending on whenever they want it.
What help are you getting with doing this delivery thing? Have you got help as well with the delivery?
So I'm doing it by myself, but I've also got one of my friends. She's helping me out as well at the moment.
Help. Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
You know, on your lonesome, you know, it's kind of be hard or whatever. Yeah. We've got Sky dealing out. She's doling the ingredients, the actual products, and then you've got your help with your friend. That's good. I want to say something about Sky. Sky, at school, have you told them at school what you're doing?
Yeah, my teachers have bought a sea moss off me, and because he's got really bad knees, and so he said, "Sky, can you make me some Sky Juice?" They saw me on Instagram. My school saw me, and I was like, "Is that our Sky?" He's like, my teacher, she's like, "Is that Sky?" Yeah, she's like, "Yeah, that's our Sky." To the head teacher's like, "What?"
Shout outs to your mates.
Did you shout out any of your friends?
I want to shout out to Safari. I want to shout out to Kiara. I want to shout out to Asha. Asha is my uncle. He has his own brand. He's a footballer. He has his own merchandise. It's called A7 Asha Clothing. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, A7 Asha Clothing. So we make sure to go check him out.
Asha, 871.
Oh yeah, and my cousin Rihanna.
Rihanna's just said nice one. She's just come in and said nice one. Rihanna, yeah, lovely. That's great. That's great. Rihanna's just giving you a thumbs up. That's good. Listen, my dear, you are doing so well. Let me tell you something. Keep up the business sense. Keep up that mind that you've got, business minded. Yeah. And be happy and smiley as you are. And you've got a lovely name, Sky. And Sky means everything. It's all around. And I love that. Sade, may I give you a quick mention? Sade?
Hiya.
Mummy's
Sade,
back.
Sade, you've done such a brilliant job. Can I say that?
Thank you. Thank you.
You keep it up, and we're all going to be supporting you guys. We're going to get this out there. And Nicola Flo. You don't know Nicola Flo?
I'm not sure. I know a few Nicoles. It could be one of them.
Yeah.
Hi, Nicole.
Good. Well done to you both. I love the time with your daughter and Sky zooming through the sky. Yeah?
Sky's the limit.
Blessings.
Thank you. Take care. Bye, Pam.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, what wonders. This is why I love to do the show. What wonders we see with the young ones coming in and doing their thing and entrepreneurial skills and having the ideas. This is great. Absolutely. Let's take a break. Now, welcome back. But I kind of quickly go into something. We know about COVID. We know about what was said at the beginning of all of this, COVID virus and what have you, and, the African and Caribbean communities and others who have been subjected to the fact that if they get it, they may die quicker than our white counterparts. So we keep that on the level. As we do, we're going to keep that on the level, but we're not, sort of like keep stressing on it. But can I just say to you that when we hear something like a trial basis on actually putting this vaccination, a flu vaccination into our young ones, namely year 7, so we're talking about 11-year-olds, in Brent, we wonder why. And remember, I just said trial. So what's that about? We've got our favourite guest, who is no nonsense vibe with her, Cheryl Pheonix, with us from the Black Child Agenda, and she's going to talk to us maybe a little bit more about this, and let's see where we can go with this. So let us introduce to you Cheryl. Cheryl, baby pie.
Hi, how are you?
Oh my gosh, girl. You know what? The shocker. Cheryl, can I just say, when you first sort of said this thing about this trial, let's keep the word there, trial, yeah, flu vaccination. Do you know anything more? What's that all about?
Well, I've got a relative, first cousin, who works in a school in Brent, and contacted me in school. Like, she was so concerned. She's like, Cheryl, you need to hear this. I'm like, what? And she said that actually Brent has just agreed to roll out a trial vaccine for all year 7s in Brent. And I goes, what? Are you sure? She goes, please let parents know and tell them that they mustn't allow this to happen, because it's just the Brent's agreed, despite the fact that schools are academies. I'm like, how can they do this? Anyway, so I put out the note to let parents know, because there has been a few cases that have come back to me where vaccines have been given to children, particularly secondary age children, without their parents' knowledge. Now, a lot of parents are confused about their rights of consent. So let me just explain this. There's a law out there called the Gillick Law. And the Gillick Law basically came out, was a legal case that was about 15 years ago. And that was because a school wanted to vaccinate a child without the parents' consent. So what basically the law is now is that if your child is 13 years old, your child could legally sign a consent form and give consent to be vaccinated without parental knowledge. In the same way that if you have a 13-year-old daughter who is in school and is sexually active, I'm going to say it as it is, the school are legally entitled to give her the contraceptive pill without parental consent and without parental knowledge. And the vaccine is the same thing. Now, going back to Brent with the flu vaccine, like you said, it is a trial. Now, after they have said, they've consistently from since March till now have said that Brent has one of the highest numbers of COVID cases in the country, and it is amongst the Black African Caribbean community. So if that's the case, then, and they're more susceptible to COVID, then you should really be asking if people have underlying health conditions, particularly the children, if they have underlying health conditions, etc., before you trial a vaccine on innocent children whose bodies can barely handle these things. And then what parents also need to understand and realize is that there is also a vaccine, a unlicensed vaccine, which is they're pushing to come out in between October and December. And that has had an uproar on most social media. And I hope parents saw it, the COVID vaccine, and actually signed that petition and filled out the form. It was in the phase of not consultancy. The word escapes me now.
Yes.
But where they allow you to be able to give your opinion and views first. That was finished on the 18th of September. So that was last Friday.
Yeah.
And that is basically, listen to this. You think that the trial vaccine is bad? Listen to this. So this, and I've read this cover to cover 3 times. And what the COVID vaccine is going to be doing is, number one, they're going to be administering it. And it could be anyone. It could be me. It could be you. It could be any one of your listeners or viewers right now that will be able by law to administer this vaccine to a child. That's one. The second thing is this vaccine, because we're coming out of the European Union. Remember, this goes quite deep. We're coming out of Europe on the 28th of December, 29th of December, 2020. As soon as we've come out of Europe as well, we don't need to go to Europe for any license. Right. So Europe won't be able to license our vaccines. So this vaccine will be unlicensed, and they're still pushing it out in schools and old people's homes. So even with that is another concern. Then anyone can administer the vaccine. And what they also put in there is that if something goes wrong with your child or your family or relative, you cannot sue the person that administered the vaccine or the company that made the vaccine, despite it being unlicensed and not properly checked, because we know that they've recalled all of the testing that they've been doing on people because the people have gotten sick. And from what I understand, someone had died. And that was just from them doing the trials with the vaccine. So that is where we are right now with regards to the vaccines. It's a very, very, very serious time. And parents should be concerned. If you're sending your child to school, you have signed a contract with that school. If your child is 13 years old, your child can sign to actually take that vaccine, whether you have knowledge of it or not. No matter what you said to your child, if they're in school and they're around other adults who are encouraging them to take vaccines, because 13-year-olds are very vulnerable, and they're, it's, anything. We know how we can all cajole kids to do what we want sometimes.
Yeah.
And then if they take the vaccine, then what? Any health implications then thereafter, the government are basically saying, oh, well, there's nothing you can do about it.
One of the things we did, Cheryl, we contacted Brent Council Public Health Department. We tried to see if someone could come on the show. No go. Then we tried to see if we could get at least a statement. No go. Yeah. So I'm putting it out there. And if anyone is watching, because if the lady that spoke to us is watching, she knows what time this is on. If you're watching, let us be aware. We're going to come back to you. But we would at least have liked to have a statement as to why, Brent, because I have not heard, Cheryl, correct me if I'm wrong, any other borough having this a trial injection for 11-year-olds?
Well, it's interesting because Brent, as they say, is one of the most diverse, has one of the largest populations of African and Caribbean people in it. So is it that the African Caribbean population and people are guinea pigs for
Asians,
this trial.
let's put in the Asians there. We got to say the whole thing. So Asians as well. It's not just about Black and African and Caribbeans. It's Asians as well. This diverse community we have in Brent is so thick with that kind of situation. So what are we saying? So you're choosing our borough to be guinea pigs.
But then at the same time, I know you're saying Asians, but the highest population that are dying, particularly in Brent, are Somalians who are African. And within the African and Caribbean, because the data on Asians is much lower. It has been clearly stated, you know, time after time, it's the African and African Caribbean community, the Black community. So that if that is the case, why will you trial something like this on people like they're guinea pigs? And it's like, oh, because we need to see, and you know, there's an excuse for everything. That is not enough, because there's already concern for parents around risks that can, on anything else that can happen then thereafter. You've got a lot of children. I've got children who have underlying health conditions, you know, kidney failure, who have lung and heart problems, and all of these things. And you're going to trial. So it's literally a test dummy exercise. And again, the main thing that is very concerning, because trust me, I filled out that form. I did it 6 times, I believe. And the thing that's concerning is that parents have no comeback. There's no comeback if something goes wrong. There's no comeback if your child subsequently falls very ill, becomes a vegetable, or even worse, dies. There is no comeback. It is literally, that's it. This is the law. And remember, this is the law that they're bringing in. It's not just an act or a policy. It is the law that they're trying to change and bring in. And our human rights by day is being eroded, and we're seeing it before our very eyes. And we're almost powerless, but we're not. This is the time, if any other, like what we saw over the weekend in Trafalgar Square, etc., for not just us as a community, but the whole communities, white, black, pink, green, and indifferent, to actually make a stand and say, we're not having it. There's more of us than them. If you really want to go down that road, you know, we'll be like 300. There is more of us than them. And we've got to really, you know, we've got to do it. We can't have a tiny population of people bullying millions of people to say, you must do this with your child. No. We can't take that line down.
And you know, Cheryl, that if you, even the older ones that's getting the flu, if you are allergic to eggs, you cannot take the flu jab. Do people know this? So when you're talking about children now, and you're going to go ahead and just vaccinate the child without telling the parent would know that, you know, the child's allergic to eggs, that the kid's not going to know, well, you're going to give me a jab. But actually, hold on, is this something to do with being allergic to eggs? The kids don't know. Parents will know about their child. So this is dangerous.
It's extremely dangerous. The whole thing, not only this trial, but the whole COVID one as well, the COVID vaccine, because that's going to be mass. That's all over the UK. So it's a very, very dangerous time we're living in. And it's almost like, I keep saying the word guinea pigs, because that's all I can think of to say that, how dare you try and use our children to just, and it's children and the elderly. So it's the 2 most vulnerable groups in the world, children and the elderly. And you just seem to have them as fodder that you can do away with or do with what you will. And if something goes wrong, then you blame the parent. And it's like, well, no, actually, this is you guys. So for parents, that they have to challenge this law. They have to challenge. And like I said, last week, Friday the 18th, was the time and the space to do that. And then we don't know what goes on once they get that paperwork. We don't know. They could say, oh, well, the majority decided for it. However, you can still challenge. You can still take it to the European courts right now before the end of December. So things like that, this is where parent power and people power. But what I'll also say is what's actually happening is that parents are pulling their children out of school anyway. They're taking their children, they're not taking the risk because of issues that they've had previously with a said school. They're pulling their children out faster than I've ever seen in the 10 years I've been doing the Black Child Agenda. I've got several groups on social media just for home-ed parents and those that are not sure. That has tripled in size and numbers. So that gives you an idea. Gone from maybe 100 to 200, 300, 400.
And Cheryl, it's not making headline news. They're not talking about it on the mainstream
news.
news.
No, of course they're not. They're not talking about it. They're not talking about the fact that children aren't being separated properly in schools. They're not talking about the fact that 29, I've personally dealt with 29 children that have been permanently excluded for minor infractions. Children come to school with masks. They've gone out to lunch. They've come back. They've forgotten to put the mask on. Permanent exclusion. What? Who does that? So this is what's really going on. You know, it's like I've always said, and you know, I've been on your show so many times. I said it's going to get worse. It will be getting worse. And what I have said, I'm seeing and living testament to it now. And it will be getting a bit worse than it is now. This is just the tip of the iceberg to what exactly is coming. Because when I speak to other education solicitors, and I speak to barristers, and I speak to children and family solicitors about the new legislation and laws that they're trying to push through that affect our parental rights and responsibilities, it's very, very frightening. It's almost like we're going to be like Sims living in a police state. Wow. And I don't know how else or what else besides using social media, which I'm always banned on, to get that message out. Whenever I post something that actually informs parents, I'm banned for 30 days. So I think most of this year I've been banned on most of my social media platforms because I'm always saying blah, 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 blah.
You're not banned on ours. We're going to have a monthly thing. We need to have a monthly thing with you to keep us updated with everything that's going on. You're not banned on ours. What you've just told us now is a great and important announcement to go out there to parents to reiterate the fact that, you know, how can you ever take a child who is 13 or under and inject them or what have you? We've never heard such likes in my life, right? You know, so this is what we need to have you talking to us and talking to our listeners and our viewers about all this. Cheryl, what can they do? How can they get more from you? Give me your social media contacts, love.
Well, it's just simply Cheryl Pheonix. If you just throw it in Google, you'll find me. Instagram, Cheryl Pheonix 999, or the Black Child Agenda. You can find our site or email us, Cheryl Pheonix or the Black Child Agenda. You type it in. We're the only one with that name deliberately. And it is, you can find us. And you know, our inbox, I looked at it this evening and I think there's about 30 emails there. And most of the emails I'm getting is, I'm scared. What do I do? My child, what do I do? My child's already got ADHD. My child's already autistic. They're not sure. What can I do? Am I allowed to take my child out? And it's like those questions, am I allowed? And it's like, I think we've been pushed into such a state of fear for the system that we're asking permission to parent. And that is the thing I want to change parents' minds on. Like, you don't need permission to parent from anybody. These are your children. These are your responsibility. This is their health is in your hands. As far as I'm concerned, these people have a limited responsibility where your children are concerned. Your children spend so much time with them. If they're not happy, if you are that concerned, de-reg, take them out. There's nothing to say you can't send them back when you're more comfortable and you know exactly what's going on and it's clearer. But for now, I am actively encouraging parents, take them out until you know your right arm from your left. You're not sure. If you don't know, take them out and at least keep them with you for a time. Right now, we're going into another lockdown anyway, so you're not going to be missing much. Most people are furloughed, working from home. If that's what it takes, then do that and build a network around you of other parents that are like you so you can still meet and greet, because people think it's isolating, children don't socialize. But at the end of the day, your child's health is more important than how much money you could make or anything else. It is about that, because I do know of 2 cases where children have died from being given vaccines because they weren't checked on properly. Their health concerns wasn't checked and things like that. So make sure you make a stand and don't allow them to bully you.
Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl Pheonix there, Black Child Event. Listen, I told you what I said to you. Once you kind of come on the show, you are standard now. That's it. My darling.
Take care. We'll speak soon.
And stay safe.
Definitely.
Thank you, Cheryl.
You're welcome.
You know, I keep saying it and I'll say it and I'll say it again. You are in control of your child. You are the one that knows all about your child. You cannot be dictated to about what to do with your child. If you are unsure, if you are in doubt, leave it out. Otherwise, keep your child with you. That's what I'm saying. You know, this is what's going on here. If you are in any concern, anyone from Brent parent from Brent, and you've just heard this just now, you've got to charge year 7. If the school hasn't issued a letter to you, can you just make some inquiries? Ring Brent, Public Health, Brent. Yeah? Ring Brent or go onto their website. Simple as that. You need to speak to someone, if not the very school. Speak to your school and find out about this. Let's take a short break. Hi, welcome back to the Lifestyle Show with me, Pam Joseph. We're keeping in line with health, actually, as we go. And what we're going to deal with now is about men's issues, namely prostate cancer. We have got a familiar face to Lifestyle. Vasco Stevens is somebody that he specializes in all things prostate cancer and always encouraging, particularly the young Black folks, males, to go and get themselves checked regularly and what have you. Have you got Vasco with me here? Vasco, are you with me? Hiya, you're just about to come through. I just saw you there, Vasco. Are you there? Okay. All right. So there's a bit issue with Vasco at the moment. Just continue as they're trying to get him back on. Vasco Stevens is somebody that has been dealing with, highlighting and also pushing it forward for young Black males to go and get checked regularly by their GPs. It's a case of Black males not believing that there's anything wrong with them, and it's almost like if you put it on yourself, you go to the doctors, then you're putting something on yourself. It's very funny. This is very funny. It's actually very funny that it's not. Yeah. So you don't get your Black males going regularly, getting checkups, what have you, even if they feel a bit funny down there or what have you, they're still not doing it. So he's been going around to colleges, universities, even up to schools, back end year school children, and talking to them, even if it's about telling the young ones about their father, even if it has to go that way, that route to do that. And this is this chap that does this, been doing this for years. He's had his own experience, and because of that, he was asked to become almost an ambassador, to try and get young Black males to regularly get their checkups at the GP, and also make sure that if it's caught early, they're going to be all right. So that's what it's all about. So Vasco has been with us all through, back in 2016, I think it was 2016 and beyond, talking to young Black males to do this. So we're going to have him come on, and he's going to talk a bit more about that. And then what you can do, this is what it is about having yourself checked and keep it. Even with women, when we talk about breast cancer, feeling the lumps, we've been told to do things, and we women are better than males, it would seem, because we do check ourselves, and if we feel a lump, we go and get it sorted. I don't know what it is with you males. Maybe someone can help me on that one. Anthony Jordan. I'm putting Anthony right on the spot.
You know what? You can. No, you know what? On a normal day, I might have been like, oh, you know what? Shame, hid and hide my face. It actually so happens, no actual cause or anything. I actually got the years wrong. I'll be honest, I got the years wrong, and I thought it was from 35. Now I'm showing my age. I know I don't look it, but no, I thought it was from 35. And literally within 2 weeks of turning that age, I called my doctor, and he was like, well, it's, I think it's in the 40s, but you can have the test if you want. And I was like, you know what? Sign me up, because I would sooner get it and catch it early than you tell me something and I'm telling people goodbye before I'm ready to. So guys, and what I want to also say, and I know Vasco is going to do so much more justice to this than I ever could. Yes, it's the prostate cancer, and you start thinking, no, I ain't even no doctor touch there. I ain't pulling that in. It's a blood test. It is a blood test. I got the injection right there in my arm. 10 days later, I've got a response. There is nothing to fear on that one.
You heard it from Anthony. You heard it. It's nothing. There really isn't. And all this is silliness about, oh, I'm not ill and I'm a black man. And this, it's wrong. Stop it. Because it's all about getting it caught early. If you do have it, it's about getting it diagnosed early. That way you have more chance of survival.
And it's high in our community, guys. It is high in our community. There is no in-betweens. And since it was lifestyle, I have to put it out there. And I'm not like blowing our own horn on this one. It was lifestyle. We had Vasco. We've also got a gentleman by the name of Errol. These guys continuously come out there and hammer it into us. And we had another interview along the way. And that's when since those interviews, the amount of men I've met who have actually had it, found it, you know, along the way, you've got to be, you can't muck about with this.
That's right. And you know, as we just come, we're not even out. We know we're not out of COVID. Yeah, we've just, you know, a little bit was lifted. Now it's going back on a bit of a downer. But we know that certain folks are going to use the excuse, oh, the hospitals can't take me in, doctors can't see me, so I'm not going to bother. Forget it. Yes, you can still do that.
My birthday's in July.
Use an excuse. Do not use that excuse. You can still get in touch with your GP, whether it is remote. It is, but they can do that referral remotely. Once you talk to them and you say you have issues, you're feeling a bit worried about this, they can still refer you to the hospital. And then through the hospital, once they know it's looking at a scare, fast track, they call it, cancer scare, and they would issue that, bang, no matter what hospital right now, they have to see you. They will see you.
Trust me, it's no joke. It's no joke. Yes, we're in a pandemic. The world isn't what it used to be. I know this. We all know this. Right now, me and Pam are normally over a coffee table and having a laugh. Right now, we're virtual. It's the way of the world. I get it. But don't let it stop you from living, people. Okay, right. There are certain things you have to do out there. You have to acknowledge certain things. You have to take the test, because there's no point running away from one illness and running right into another.
Listen, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. So I don't know. We might get Vasco later, but I think what I'm going to do, Anthony, I'm going to deal with expectations. Okay. I'm going to be dealing with the daughter of Neil Kenlock, former Choice FM director. On his own, professional photographer to the stars. So I'm going to talk, because she was integral in publishing this book. So I'm going to deal with her. I'll come back to you later.
Okay, I'm gone. Bye.
So let's get Emilia Kenlock here with us.
Emilia. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, girl. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm well. Hey, a long time. You were sort of like there. Last time I saw you.
I've grown a bit.
Yeah, you've grown a bit, I should say. Lovely to have you. You are responsible as well, and involved so much so in the wonderful book Expectation. Let's talk about Expectation. Let's talk about how this came about. This is your father, Neil Kenlock, as I introduced before, former director of Choice FM, but notably a professional photographer. And I said it to the stars as well. And he went around having these sessions with these stars of yesteryear, if you will, and the stories behind it. How was that for you to be along with him, to put this together and to hear the stories?
It was really fascinating. I mean, what I think he wanted to do was really focus on some of the really important people in the community that made a huge impact. So they were people like Olive Morris. Obviously, recently we've seen a lot of a lot of celebrations around Olive. People who've done great things like Courtney Laws and some of the others who a lot of people didn't know their name, or may have known their names, but not really known what they looked like in the 60s and 70s. So for me, it was just a wonderful discovery.
Yeah, absolutely. Can we see Anthony, can we see the cover of the book? Can we just see some images going on as I speak to Emilia? You know, when you looked at these photos, when your dad had done them anyway years ago, like this Muhammad Ali, I mean, did you see the importance of that image? Let's get that picture back. Can we stay with that picture? Keep it there. Now, Emilia, when you saw this, when you was growing up, did you see the importance of that particular picture at the time? Oh, it's Cassius Clay or it's Muhammad Ali. What did you think?
Do you know what? I remember there was a picture of Muhammad Ali or Cassius Clay with my mum, and I remember seeing that when I was really young, and I knew he was really famous, and my mum would get very excited over the picture, but it didn't really kind of I guess really sink into me until I was a lot older, probably more recently, in the last few years, you know, how impactful my dad's pictures are. So something like this picture of Muhammad Ali is one of the rare photos of him in London, which is really captured a special moment for the community and for those that love Muhammad Ali.
Very special moments there. And we've got listen, this is Eartha Kitt. I mean, again, singer, big time jazz singer. And when you look at these pictures and then you think, have they really been seen in other publications? Were they already seen? And when we think that your dad did this.
Yeah, I know.
Amazing. It is. I think we may have your father on the line now. So Neil, Neil. Look, I'm back with your presence, Neil. Look at me. I'm back with your presence, Neil. How are you, Neil?
I'm fine. I'm fine, Miss Pam.
I'm good. Neil, can I just say, we've seen some images. We've just seen Muhammad Ali. We've just seen Eartha Kitt. I was saying to, Emilia, did your dad tell you stories when he brought the pictures home about it? But you can tell us the stories. How did you get those pictures?
Well, what I do, I just show them photograph of what I'd taken. So I don't actually say it in words, but I said, look, this is what happened. Muhammad Ali is there, and so forth and so forth. Yeah, that's it.
You know the one with Eartha Kitt she looks like she's in a hotel bedroom. Look, look. How did you get that picture? What did you?
Well, I was afraid at first because they accused her of being what was it? They accused her because she talks to women and men and so forth. Go ahead. Are you with me?
I hear what you say.
Yeah.
They accused her of what? You said at the time you took that picture because they were accusing her of what?
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean accusing, but what I'm saying that Eartha Kitt was always an inspiration to us. And I just take photograph of her whenever I had the opportunity.
And that was such a lovely photograph because it looks as if she's not in a big press conference thing. You took that almost as if it was. I can see someone interviewing her, and then there's the photo you there taking that. It looks rather intimate, close.
Yeah, well, she sort of liked me for some reason. She liked me, and I was really afraid of her.
Okay.
I was afraid. I said, oh my God, Eartha Kitt. They had a name for her. I couldn't remember. I can't remember that. But I was just there with her, and she was very happy. She's good.
Well, let's look at some of the other photos, Neil, that you've taken. Let's see some more on set now. Oh my gosh, Neil with an afro.
Yeah. What do you call it? What did you call me? Oh yes, I know what they call me, the bushy head boy. That's what they call me. The bushy head boy, I come.
Were you about the only
black? He's not there anymore. The bushy head is not there. It's gone.
But let me ask you a question. Neil, let me ask you a question. Were you about the only black photographer that was rarely there in the scene around this time?
No, there was others, but to be frank, they couldn't match me. I was a bit different. But you must consider that I work in photography from I left school, which others didn't do that. I had a whole history of photography apart from developing, printing, that one going on. So I've done so much experience of that, where other people didn't do what I did, So that's it.
That's
That's
it.
why I'm so good.
Let's see some more. So here we are. This is the Queen with who?
Yes, Majesty the Queen in Brixton, and she was near the library in Brixton. I don't know if you know that. You know Brixton Library. That's where she was there.
Yeah.
And I had the opportunity to photograph her and her family, which was really good.
That was brilliant. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Let's see some more. Aha! Norman Beaton. Oh, the great Norman Beaton. Lovely.
Go ahead, say the name again because
Norman.
Norman, yeah, no, I remember Norman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that day. He was going back to, was it Guyana? Is he from Guyana, isn't he?
I
I
think
think
so.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he's a great guy. He's good.
But he's under the trend in England for acting. He broke a lot of barriers to get in there to be on mainstream TV.
Yes, absolutely. He was a really nice guy, and he did well. He did well to inspire young people who want to be actors and be in the theatre and all that. And he was great.
Yeah.
Guy, and he was just down to earth. He was just a normal person.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, he was, and extremely talented.
Yeah.
But we took another picture there. I was saying, let's have that again. Who's this lady? Keep Britain White. Back in the,
is Emilia beside you, isn't she? Is Emilia with you?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
going to
here.
ask you to explain this photograph, because she knows it well. Maybe you can, Emilia, explain it and then come back to me.
Okay. So, can you hear me, Pam?
Yes.
Yeah. So this lady here, her name is Barbara Gray, and what you can see here is obviously, quite a devastating scene. This is racist graffiti that was written on a door in Balham. So the location is in Balham, and this was taken in 1974. What happened was my dad was called to take the photo outside. Well, this was at a building which was called the Martin Luther King Foundation. It was set up by a gentleman called David Udo. And David Udo ran this center for women. They were actually for Black women to help them with administration and training to help them to get into jobs, because it was very difficult for Black women in the 70s, some of them, to get into certain industries. So this was a Black women's training center. And this lady who was the manager of the training center went for lunch and came back basically and was faced with this racist graffiti. So my dad was called by Courtney Laws, a local community kind of inspirational figure, and asked to take the photo of the building. So my dad, he will explain, but that's what this picture is about. It's my dad's most famous photograph.
That's really iconic to see that, and how horrible actually. Brings it back. Yeah. Thank you for that. I mean, so who is this young lady, Neil?
Oh, this Olive Morris. She's also an inspiration for us.
Oh, Olive Morris.
It's so much work.
Yes.
There's so much stuff. I mean, I can't even say how many, because she's been all over the place. She went along on the continent, and she walk and she talk about disadvantage, and she just inspired people. She's an inspiration, a great inspiration.
Activator. Activist, wasn't she?
She was a member of the Black Panther movement, and she was always there for us. She would go to Birmingham. We went all around Britain, promoting, and talking about the disadvantage of Black people. She's great, absolutely great. She lived in Brixton for some period of time, and now, most young people, should and do, respond to her, and are happy with her, what she's done,
So I'm going to talk about images, but we can talk about the book now, where people can purchase. And I did say this to Emilia as well. It's a great book. It's absolutely inspirational. Images alone, let alone words. But now we want to talk about how can people purchase the book Expectation.
Well, flash it over to Emilia, and then from there we have to walk on the street and hold it in our hands. But it is an inspiration. It is a good book. I mean, I've seen it. It's a really, really good book. You know?
Yes.
So you'd have to visit www.kenlockphotography.com, and I'll just repeat that again: kenlockphotography.com, and there is a link to basically buy the book on Amazon. It's available now. We just restocked, please do support. It's a really good book for research, for just interest in photography, and it's my dad's first solo photo book, which was actually supported by the Heritage Lottery Fund.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah. Thank you.
For those who don't know me, that's how I look.
Okay, bushy head man.
Bushy head boy. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely fantastic. So,
this is
Kenlock,
Lord Pitt.
all one word.
Lord Pitt right
Photography.com. Yeah.
On there. So now this is the question. Pay attention, Mr. Kenlock. Now we've got a couple of books to give away. Signed? Do we not?
Yes, we do. Yes.
So let's get a question going out there to lucky winners that will get this. But let's get something you've said, sir. Something you've said that it's not too hard, but you've mentioned it. Something. Think of a question.
Oh, think of a question. Like, maybe you can ask what country he came from. So don't say.
Emilia, that's so easy.
Is that too easy?
That's too easy.
Oh, I know. You mean from this interview? Maybe we can ask what was the lady's name who was in that picture where it said, oh no, actually, yes. The Keep Britain White graffiti image. What was the lady's name? That might be too hard though.
Did Neil? Did you say it?
I mentioned her name. Yeah.
You only said it once.
Is that too hard?
That might be too hard.
Okay.
Okay, Neil, come on. Think of something.
Well,
Neil.
I've got 1,000,001
What was
images.
your nickname? What was your nickname, Neil? What did they call you?
Oh, what did they call him? That's a good one.
Bushy head boy. Bushy head boy. Can you believe that? There's not one on my head and they're calling me bushy head boy. That's not fair.
Okay. All right. I tell you what. Let's do something else. Let's talk about. What was Neil Kenlock's directorial job?
Yes. That's a good one.
Yes.
What company did he
direct?
Yes. Don't mention it, Daddy. Don't say anything, please.
Don't say nothing.
The audience will guess. Yeah. Thank you, Pam. Thank you.
Strong Neil. Bushy head. You.
I'll borrow one from you. Can I borrow yours?
What makes you think it's this sounds funny? What makes you think it's I'll come up here? It's me here. But I like you like that, Neil.
Yeah.
I like you like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you look nice like that. Emilia, can I just say fantastic? You are so brilliant. You are right on it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Neil, what can I say? What can I say about you, Neil? Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to you, Pam, as well. Thank you.
Yeah. Take care. Oh, blessings.
Take care. Thank you.
Blessings.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
You're number one, Pam. We've been watching you all year.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Oh my gosh, lovely jubblies. Oh, so lovely. Get a little tearful. Let's take a break. I always get emotional speaking to anyone to do with choice. And guess what? There's going to be someone else on the next segment. So let me quickly get in the Dark Persuader. And he's going to say, hello, darling. Yeah, you didn't mention it. But anyway, look at those photos. Look at those people.
There's some true history in there. That's a big one, guys. Do not miss your chance to win that. Okay, two copies of that book to be won. So that's going to be some big stuff. That is going to be some big stuff for sure.
I'm going to leave you because I know you've got some great. So you got another choice.
Listen,
if he wants me to come in, I'll come back in. You know.
Listen, that's on him. That's on him. It's not for me. If he does allow you to come in, I'm actually just going to close my eyes. I'm going to close my eyes because I don't listen. I never saw you guys when I used to listen in the car. I used to hear the banter back then. We're just missing one ton of fun, and then I'm 15 again. Okay.
It's so good.
All right. I'll see you later. Okay, that was Pam Joseph. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Entertainment Corner with me, Anthony Jordan. Okay, the hint was there. It's an honor and a pleasure to be able to talk to this man, the one, the only, Mr. Martin J.
Good evening. Good evening.
Evening, Martin. What can I say? We've just had Neil. I just talked to Pam. I feel like the reunion continues.
I'm great, man. I'm great. And it was good seeing Neil and also Emilia and seeing those pictures as well. Great history there. Absolutely fantastic history there.
Yeah. So, I mean, okay, let's kick it from the top because, all right, you said talk great history. We're actually talking a landmark year for the Soca Prince.
Yep.
30 years in the game.
This week.
So congratulations to you, sir. Like, I just have to ask, how does it feel? Like, words from the great man himself.
To be still able to do what I do now is a very great feeling. Obviously, there were turbulent times, but you know, to be able to still do it, still get recognized for doing it, and still enjoy doing it most of all, is a great feeling. It's been a journey that I wouldn't trade for the world.
No, I can imagine. I have to say this, as I said to Pam, as a bit of a joke, but I have to say it. Thank you for the memories. And I'm going to go through on all angles. I'm talking the early stages of Martin J, bringing soca music to a platform for us to be able to hear. It's not just at Carnival. It was someone like yourself who made it all year round. Then there are the activities, the Choice Fun Days. You were one of those people that we had to look out to. And as I said, my teens were going to school, and I'm not making you sound old by saying that, trust me. Like listening to you just deliver the banter time and time again.
Yeah,
it's been a big one. So it's a big one. You're talking about the celebrations, and here again, talking choice. Just recently, the blue plaque has been announced. You were on the walkathon. You were there with Pam. You were there with Ernie. How important is it for you to see choice being recognised in this way?
Oh, it's fundamental. It's absolutely fundamental. If you imagine, when I started on Choice, I was 19 years old. I had no idea what was ahead of me. The things that I learned whilst I was there. In that 23 years at Choice, I learned so much about broadcasting. So it was really, really important for me because it was part of my life. It was in my DNA. And for us to be recognized, which should have really happened in 2013, but it wasn't. It was fundamental that we got it done. And I was glad to be able to be part of the walk and also, you know, to see all my old friends again, because a lot of us haven't seen each other in a long time. But it's been a good few weeks, you know, just catching up with people, talking about stuff, learning what people are doing nowadays. And it's good to see that the Choice FM family, many of us that were there, are still doing stuff and still giving back. You know, we were, and I don't mind telling you this, we were a different breed of people, of radio people.
You know what? I'm loving this because here we are talking everything Choice, you doing your thing. Daddy Ernie's coming and piped up. Yes, the Soca Prince. So I'm loving. Oh my God, the smile on my face. I'm just honored. Big up Ernie every time.
Big up Ernie.
Yeah, but so talking Martin J, talking 30 years. What made you, out of like all genres of music, and I'm not hating on it at all, what made you, Martin J, go down the soca route?
A gap. I'll be honest with you. It's ironic that it's Daddy Ernie that's popped up and said, you know, go on Soca Prince. When I was 15, 16, I was buying albums like Curtis Hairston and Tashan and Keith Sweat and the Controllers. That was my type of music that I was going down to Classic Record Shop in Wembley and buying off Daddy Ernie. I had listened to Daddy Ernie when he was on LWR. That's how far back I was listening to him. And we stayed in touch, and I was still buying records from Classic Records. And when he got on Choice and he goes, Martin, there's a gap in the market. There's no soca show on there. You've got the voice. Do it. And I sent in my demo tape from the time they came on there on the 31st of March. And every week or two, I'd ring Ernie Wagwan, goes, King, just keep knocking on that door. They'll answer it. Because every time I go Brixton, I'd ask them if they listen to the tape, you know, and he just kept on and on and on. And that Neil Kenlock, of all people, him and Patrick Berry, called me one day and said, we need you to come and talk to us about Carnival. I went down there, I did a job for them, getting some interviews together, putting a soca playlist together for them. They were sponsored by the Daily Mirror in 1990. And Patrick Berry said to me, how much do you want? I said, what are you talking about? He goes, well, you've done all this work. How much we got to pay you? I said, Patrick, I want a show. I don't want money. And he said, all right, we'll give you a show. We'll give you, and at that Carnival time, he said, you're going to have to come in every week for the next 4 weeks, and then we'll get you on there by the end of September. So on Sunday, the 30th of September, 1990, at 2 minutes past 8, just after the news, was when the Caribbean Affair began with the Mighty Sparrows tune, Let the Music Play. And here I am 30 years later, still batting, as we say in the West Indies.
Do you know what? I have to bring up this poster right now, yeah? This poster has to be done. The Big 3-0. Wednesday, 30th of September, 2020, 8 till 10 p.m. Bacchanal Radio. The perfect way to celebrate at the exact time. Martin, yeah. I love that. I love that. That is big. That is big.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I didn't know how I was gonna. How do you cram 30 years into 2 hours? And I think the only way that I could do it was with a personal touch. So I've asked a select few artists to just send me a message, and I'm gonna play their song and attach it to the message. So the likes of my good friends like the Hitman Inspector, Ronnie McIntosh, Super Blue, you can expect to hear some great artists like that on Wednesday night. It'll be a good show. Definitely.
I love it. But now, Martin, I don't mean to do this to you, especially in the week of you celebrating. We talk about the hip, the R&B, the reggae, the soca.
Mm-hmm.
What about the hip hop? You know what's coming, don't you?
Yeah, I think this is a prime example. I teach adults with learning disabilities. That's my job nowadays. And okay. When I introduce myself, I say I'm Martin J. I used to be on a radio station called Choice FM many years ago. And then I have to go online and try and look for something. And the only thing that's online, is this Cockney Boy video with me and Lucy.
Right.
And so, go on.
You know what? I'll let you finish and then I'll do it.
And so I have to sit through this 4 minutes, and I'm going. And remember, these adults with learning difficulties, yeah. So why did you do that?
Right.
And I say I don't know why we did it, but it was fun doing it at the time.
Cool. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, enough of it. This is he's played so many tracks, but now I'm going to intro his track. This is Martin J. It's only the smaller track of Martin at the beginning. Cockney Boy. Enjoy.
It's another one where Lord Sand, just like knees up Mother Brown. And we're going down the pub right now to have 2 pints of lager. Yeah, my plan is well sound. Got her eating out my hands right now. Would you Adam and Eve it? I pulled this bird and she's well fit.
Take me down the market, I love to haggle.
Doing a
Take
deal.
Me down the East End, we'll have a gaggle. I
2
really
pints, please.
want to come bubble with you.
West
Would you
Ham.
be my Courtney boy, my Courtney boy.
Martin, do you know what? I could banter you, but I know there's someone who can banter you a lot more than me. I have to bring her in.
Martin, what were you thinking of, mate? I love that. Do you?
You know, the funny thing is that it was Lucy's idea.
Well,
Lucy, and that's not me pushing the blame on her. Lucy was one of those people that pushed the barriers. If someone said to me, you know, what did you get from working with Lucy Ambash? She was someone that told me you can push the barriers of life, you know, and you can get somewhere. And so she came in with this idea. And I said, well, Lou, if we're going to do this, we're going to have to rewrite the whole song. You can't just rewrite like the chorus of it. And then we brought it to our boss. And our boss said, you know what? Let's go for it. Do you know what I mean? That was the beauty of Choice for me, was that we were able to explore and do things. And that for me was what Choice was about from a very long, you know, we've done outside broadcast. When you listen to radio now, it's just so robotic, you know, but we were given a chance to go into the studio, rewrite the song. And then next thing I knew, they said, oh, we booked a camera crew for next week. We're going to make a video of it. And, you know, that it's had over 250,000 views in the years that it's been up there.
There you go.
I've been called Biggie Smalls. I've been called The Works. You know, people looking at that. People have ribbed me saying that I said white boy in it when I said wide boy. You know. But it was fun doing it, you know, and it
was fun doing it. You know, you're an actor, actually. You know, you look the part. And you play.
Well, Pam, it's funny you say that, because here was the other message from Ernie. He wanted to go Hollywood, quickly forgotten.
Well, it's good Ernie didn't have to make a living as a comedian, because he would have been eating bread and water.
No, but Martin, once again, like, it's absolute. I mean, Pam, no, is there anything else you want to add?
Your age, you was really 19, very much a youth, coming into it, learning so much, and look at you today. And can I just say, I salute you. I salute everyone, but I really salute you.
Listen,
thank you.
We're talking to the monarchy right now, you know. This is the crowned soca prince. Don't mess with that, anyone. This is worldwide. It's not just the soca prince of the UK. This is the worldwide soca prince. Internationally known and respected.
This is the man with the crown on his head.
You know, it's funny. There's 2 of us. Dr. Jay in Canada, born in November. He's a soca prince. And then you got Martin J, the soca prince of London. And the 2 of us are very, very good friends. And we stay in touch. We talk to each other all the time. And both of us have the same methodology of thinking, in terms of you'll never ever hear us say we're the king of soca, because as a prince, we believe that we can always aspire to be that little bit better. And even after 30 years, you know, every Sunday I do my show, I listen back to it, and I say, how can I make this better for next week? Yeah. And that's, you just got to keep on doing that until your days are done, you know? And if you do that, everything will be all right.
I love it. Martin, can I just say to you, on a personal level, there may be 2 princes out there, but I don't care. You are the king. And that's me saying that.
I hear you. Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
So, Martin, one more time. Can we get that plug one more time from you, please, for the 30th anniversary?
When you say plug, oh, you mean the show on Sunday? Listen, on Wednesday, come on to bacchanalradio.com. It's spelled BAKAHNAL radio.co.uk. I will be there from 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock. It's going to be a show where you'll be able to relive some memories. You'll be able to hear the artists talking about their memories of the 30 years of Soca on Choice FM and Bacchanal Radio. It will just be a show to listen to. Definitely one for the archives, and I'm looking forward to it.
I love it. I love it. Do you know what? Remember, I now remember the part that I was going to say, you know. I missed out on a competition that I called up on your radio show, Martin, once. And the question was, if you were to get, it was a hint of a prize, and it was, what would it was the name of a song, and it was, what would it be? Like, if you won a prize, what would your parents say to you? And I was like, don't give it away. And you're like, close, not close enough. It was, don't let it go to your head. I always remember that. And you guys all sent me a magazine. That was my choice of a memory as well. Love you guys. Right? No, thank you so much, Martin. 30 years, and please, we want to see 30 years more from you.
And still looking young, Marty.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you
If
very
he never
much.
said he started off at 19, I would have believed him now if he said it for now.
You know, let me just reciprocate and just say to the both of you guys, keep on doing what you're doing. We need, we need to support each other. We need people to realize that we have outlets. One of the most frustrating things for me is you be down the market and someone say, hey, Martin J, I used to hear you on the radio. I said, I'm still on the radio. Yeah, it's not the same. And that mentality, it's there, it's real, but they have, people have to understand that we have an outlet, the types of shows that we do. You just got to support us, let us get our numbers up, and we'll be able to keep on moving in the right direction, man. But Anthony, keep on going, man.
Thank you.
Ever stop. Don't ever
really
stop.
appreciate that. And I have to big up this one from Ernie again. I'm very proud of MJ. He has been the top of his game from the young boy who brought the records at Classic. Salute. Ernie, salute to you too, because you do your thing, all of you. Like right now, honestly, there was, I'm going to get emotional, unprofessional, I don't care what you lot call it. I've got Martin J, I've got Pam Joseph, I've got Daddy Ernie. The child who listened to that radio would never, ever have believed I had this moment. So I thank you all. This is beyond. I'm like, honestly, I love it all. So guys, thank you all.
Thank you
guys made choice what it is. So thank you all.
God bless you.
All right, Martin, Pam, thank you all so much. Been a pleasure. Right, I'm going to have to be really brisk on this one, and I do apologize, Martin. Again, congratulations, everyone, back in our radio. Yeah, I'm going to have to call this lady in right away because she's been waiting in the wings, and it is that time of the month. It is the one, the only Miss Anette B. How are you doing, Annette?
I'm good. How are you, Anthony?
I'm good. I'm sorry. I got caught in my moment there. It's actually been 2 months. I wasn't here last month, so I missed you. It's been like forever.
I know. Missed you too. But that was just amazing hearing all about Choice FM. Amazing.
Yeah, most definitely. So, Annette, what have you been up to? What's been happening in the world of Annette?
Well, it's all, me. I'm just all about the Lord, doing the Lord's business and everything. He's the center of my life. So everything I do surrounds him. And, last month we had the Birmingham Sports and Cultural Day. 22 years, I must say. It's even gone longer than the Handsworth Carnival in Birmingham. So we're saluting our late Stead Wallen and his brother Terence Wallen. And this is part 2. We just had a phenomenal time. We went on for 6 hours. Can you believe it, Anthony? Oh my God, I chatted at the end of that. But it was just amazing. And we had people from all around the globe, from America. We had Jane Nibbs, we had Bria Miles, we had from Barbados, South Africa, oh my God, Jamaica, everybody it was just amazing.
Do you know one thing? And I've seen it. Forgive me for taking so long to have said this, right? One thing I love about you and the Gospel Explosion movement is it's never just, I was in this place or that. You bring the whole globe together, Annette. Honestly, well done to you for that. It's absolutely fantastic.
And that's actually our scripture, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel. And that's exactly what, you know, God has led us to do, and that's what we're following. So wherever he sends us, we go to bring the word, to bring joy, to shine the light, you know, through different medias, music, drama, you know, TV, radio, anything to spread the word, because we need some love in the world. If we just listen to the news, it's just so depressing.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, we have a job for those who know the Lord to shine the light in dark places, and that's what we're all about.
Amen. Yeah. Amen. Well, okay, would you like to intro I know you partially done it, but then I cut you away, so I'll give you the formal intro again.
Yes, well, this is part 2 of the Birmingham Sports and Cultural Day. We saw part 1 a few weeks ago, so this is the second part. But it's only snippets because, as I said, it went on for 6 hours, so we could only pull bits, highlights from here, there, and everywhere. But tune in; it's interesting, and you know, we're saluting Stedwallen, who sadly passed away somewhat 3 years ago, more or less to the date. You know, bless him, may he rest in peace.
Okay, thank you very much. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your man Jay Nib from the USA, and I want to give a big shout out to Birmingham Sports and Cultural Day. Shout out to Stedwallen Memorial Day. Shout out to Anette B and Terrence Wallen, and shout out to the GX Squad. Let's go. This far and leave me home.
These things, but yeah, man, it's a nice day, and I have to give thanks, you know. Gotta give thanks, man. It's 22 years in the making, and 3 years since the great Stedwallen passed. So it's kind of a surreal moment after doing the event without him, but well, without him physically, I must say. But he's very much here in spirit, you know.
Wow. Bless the Lord, my people. JJ Bontis and Damas, boom. Bless the name of the Lord. Welcome to Birmingham Sports and Culture Day, Stedwallen Memorial, 22 years. Gospel Explosion, Terrence and Anette B, thank you very much. Let's glorify the name of the Lord. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Come on, let's go. Yeah.
You opened up my eyes today. I thank you, Lord, for yesterday. I'm so grateful. Oh yes, you touched my eyes, and now I see from birth you've always been there for me. Love so unconditional. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You said you love me and you'll never leave me alone. Every day when I awake, you give me a brand new song. Jesus, you bring joy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One Love Forever, written by Dave Wilkes of Just Divine Poems. Forever, I'll still see you as a blessed chosen one. Stedwallen, your blessed legacy will always live on. It's been 3 years now you've left us here on earth. And each day, my brother, the world is seeing a snippet of what you were worth. Many in the world of cricket, it's you they miss, as your astronomical knowledge for the game knocks people for six. Instead, you are such a gentleman inside and out. And consistently, you epitomized what a real man and gentleman was all about. It was like you had the whole world's love in your hands. And being around you, Stead, I totally understand. To say you are blessed forever, this is a matter of fact. Globally, Stead, you're still having a massive impact. For 30th of August 2020 will be historical, I have to say, as it will be the 22nd anniversary of Birmingham Sports and Culture Day. Stead, thank you for your supernatural vision all those years ago. It could have only been you and God with your connection to understand how this event will go into flow. Our community, the UK and around the world, each year look forward to this splendor, as it's a very integral part of many people's calendar. Stead Wallen, you've conquered so many tests, and when it comes to powerful role models, you are up there with the best. Instead, because of you, through many people, there's greatness showing. And this piece was written by me, Dave Wilkes, of Just Divine.
Don't you fear, God is here. He will wipe all your tears away, away, away. He will wipe all your tears away, away, away. He will wipe all your tears away.
So this is Ethan. This is Ethan. Quickly, Ethan, welcome. Ethan is in charge of the cricket, and he's the guy who's been responsible for putting on the Stead Wallen Select 11 team today. How did the match go, Ethan?
It's been very good, to be fair. We played a pairs competition, which is like 2 against 2. So all the guys have enjoyed it, and they've had a really good day. So we're all in memory of Stead. So so Stead has always been a cricket man, and cricket is true to our hearts, true to the guys that's behind me, and they've all come out and supported very well today.
Wow. Can you give us a twirl?
I can, yes.
Yeah. Yes, Ethan. You can stand up in this hour.
Oh, bless.
Thanks, Ethan. Thank you very much, man.
Really, I think it's all gone well. So.
Thank you. We appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Man, see it again. All the time. You don't stop working, right? Thanks very much, Ethan Garden. Thanks, Ethan.
Jesus is Lord, Him and the Savior, Him and the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. Jesus is Lord, Him and the Savior, Him and the King of Kings, Him and the Lord of Lords. Conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, Healer, Provider, my Deliverer, never fail me yet, He's not no failure. Make a way out of no way, He's no way maker, and anything when I want, Him me ask for. Take care of me, Him and my Father. Man will feel me, Jesus will never fail. Yesterday, today, and forever. He's a wonderful Master, the awesome ruler. May the heaven and earth, Him and the Creator. Over to my life, Him and the Governor. No weapon from the devil will never prosper. That means they don't care, I'm keeping up on the top.
Y'all know what it is? It's that crazy face, baby. That face y'all been waiting for the kingdom of ride. We here. Let's go.
It was amazing. Yo, oh my God. And I must say, we've had phenomenal feedback as well. And they love how we hosted together.
No. You know what? Listen, we should have. We need to have our own show. Like, why am I not invited as a co-presenter on your show? I'm saying on a serious note, the presenting as well as getting. I said obviously you and I co-host very, very well. But as I said, it helps me. Like, what people need to understand is, and I say publicly, and I try and say it as often as I possibly can. I say I am currently in counselling. I've been in counselling since my brother passed. Well, not straight away, about 6 months after he passed, I realised I needed counselling. I've been in counselling, and counselling, as I'm learning to find myself, it is much broader than just going to see my counsellor every week. Like speaking to youth counselling, being in your presence is counselling, being around the GX squad is counselling, the prayers is counselling. So it's all therapeutic. So this makes up everything that us guys do together. It's all part of my therapeutic journey. I want to say how, Annie, but you know how I have to get into this place first. What all the things I got to do to be able to start to talk, and even a co-hosting with you, just the fact that it relaxes my mind and allows me not to think too much or start to overthink. That totally helps me. So I can't express my gratitude to you guys. How much more than you probably think you're actually doing. How much more you actually do. Really, really do. And I really, really appreciate you guys. I really, really do. I'm not gonna need that. We're in this together.
I love it. Oh my God. Well, Terence, from me, the GX squad, Anne-Marie, D-Shy, Shani Shan, Paris, Hazel, we're there for you. And we will, we've started the journey and we're going to keep marching.
Right. So next year again?
Next year again. Same time. Same.
Right.
Peace
Thank
out.
you, Annette.
GX squad. Peace out. Hey.
I love it. That's such a touching ending. That was really warming. And you know what? Sorry, it's the comic book geek in me. The X is looking more and more like Wakanda. I'm loving it. It's got so much power. Can I also say, Annette, right? In the time that those videos came in, the messages were just flowing in. We've got the amazing Annette. Yes, it's the lovely Anette B. Yes, Gospel Explosion, GX ladies. You bring the power, you bring the love, Annette. It's always great to see. Always great to see.
Oh, glory to God. Oh my gosh. So you've seen, you can always go to, if you want to see the full 6 hours, you can always go to the Birmingham Sports and Cultural YouTube channel, because there's a lot more. As I said, it went on for 6 hours and it's so entertaining. Some of the signal wasn't wonderful when me and Terence, where we were in the park, but you can still see all the other contributions, as I said, globally, from Jamaica, America, Africa, Barbados, and the UK. It's there. So go and support Terence Wallen and his family as we salute Stead.
Yeah, indeed. Now, do you know what? I hear that we had a bit of technical issues here. This is technology, but you can't stop a vibe. And that's what you can definitely see was there. And it was a global vibe at that. So well done to you all. That was really great stuff. That was really great. You've also got a music video for us, Annette.
I have the awesome Jay Nib, all the way from the USA, who also blessed us with his contribution to the Birmingham Sports and Cultures Day. And he's a rap artist, and he's phenomenal. You just need to check him out on his Instagram and everything, all his social media, and all the artists that was on before. Check them out on their social media, follow them, see what they're up to. So without further ado, let's cross over to the USA and bring Jay Nib.
Looking forward to it.
I feel like Bruce Banner. Can't nobody stop me. My plug got the answer. I know my God got me. I'm unstoppable.
We can't stop what it's meant to prosper. Got them hits like an LA Dodger. God chose me, put me on the roster. Chasing goals, I want Grammys and Oscars. Took some losses, but I'm still a winner. Been forgiven, but I'm still a sinner. Wanna see me fail, that won't happen though. I'm the front page in the centerfold. I can't be stopped, I got the power. My enemies looking real sour, trying to hold me back like rush hour. All obstacles I straight devour. No one's gonna stop me, I promise I don't play. You don't wanna with me, I'm coming, no delay. Hear a lot of talking no matter what he say. Turning up the hustle, I'm bringing a heat wave. He say, she say, you can't stop me. 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 Coast to coast, I rep the host to host. I got the Holy Ghost, I do not need to boast. Strength within, released through the pen. Write about my sin, cause it inspires men. Humble with the talent, let it put me on high. The power that is in me keep me sing like Wi-Fi. Overcome the look of fear and tell it bye-bye. Undefeated through the Lord, no I won't lie. Oh my, you don't wanna waste time, it'll fly by. Came into the game, it was all in vain. Switched up a frame, now I'm in my own lane. Gotta see the vision, get a plan, make it clear. Breaking since I hustle, all I will appear. Never quit, stay the course, trust fate. Even when you think the dream is coming late. I've already had a lot of reasons I can throw in the towel, but the spirit living in me doesn't ever let me know how. Tired of all the rappers claiming what they're really not, like wow. I see a lot of foolery, not fooling me, I gotta call a foul. Can't be stopped, will not quit. I got goals, I'm gon' hit. Go so hard, I'm so lit. Mind on him, homie, that's it. He say, she say, you can't stop me. 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 Wrote this verse on the resurrection.
I love it. That is big. That was power. That's a big track. That is a big track. That had me going. That one had me going. That's big. That's big. Love that. And
go on.
I was gonna say, and again, Annette, you just turn up on screen and bang, here it comes, another big up. Big up Annette B, GX Explosion. Great stuff.
Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord.
I love all of that.
I'm a music baby, right? I know I sing predominantly like Lovers Rock, but I'm a worship leader. I love my R&B and, I love all genres, right? I am a music baby, I tell you. And the thing I love about is the fact that we all know that God is the author of all genres, right? So when you have the music and it's repping hard, and then you got the lyrical flow, which is all healthy, there's no derogatory, you don't have to bleep anything out. Your children can listen to it, and we're saluting our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I am gone. I am done. I am telling you, it just feeds me off. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so sorry. Jay, you're fire. I'm telling you.
It was. That was a big track. I love that. Annette, time is really against me. Can we get your socials, please?
Yes, if you want to be featured on the lifestyle show on the Gospel Explosion segment, hook me up on Anette B, ANNETTE _BEE at ymail.com. Or you can hook me up on Instagram, Annette B _official, or on Facebook, Annette B. It's as simple as that. Get featured here on the lifestyle show on Ben TV.
Big. Annette, always a pleasure to have you. We will catch you next month. Keep it up. Every week, every month, I love it more of what you bring. So that's big stuff. So thank you so much, and we'll definitely catch up soon.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Bye.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was the wonderful Annette B with a fantastic gospel explosion. Okay, right now, I've got to bring back the main lady herself, the one and only Miss Pam Joseph.
I love her in her pink dress. She looked gorgeous. She looked gorgeous.
Indeed she did. You look very nice in red as well. I can't not drop a compliment,
Well, what are you wearing? Grey and blue?
I am.
That's all right.
It's got a brand. That's why I keep it to this level. But hey,
well,
you know what we do.
Well, do you know what? It suits you. Dark sweater.
Thank you very much. I'll take the other half. It was a birthday gift.
I'm balancing this very carefully as I show you the cake.
Don't drop it. Hey.
Was made for Jade Marie.
Oh, one sec. We need to see this full screen. Love that.
Yeah. Andrew Lloyd Webber, photography drama school. Here we come. Her mates did that.
Love that. And congratulations to her.
Shocked. And 1 week in, can I say, Anthony, 1 week in, she's exhausted.
I can imagine.
You know, to try, they really are. They're just banged in on the feet, running with it.
I can imagine.
This is a master's degree. They have no time to, you know, keep you tiptoe. They've just got them on the feet, running. Bang. 1 week in, and she's like, "Oh, Mom, it's great, but Mom, I mean."
Pam, you know I love you like cooked food, innit? But I'm going to have Jade's back. Leave the acting to her, please, Car. You didn't sound anything like her, yeah? Just saying.
I'm going to tell her that. I'm going to tell her that. I'm going to tell her that. But it's all good. It's all good. But look, my gosh, doesn't time fly? It's been a great show. I love Martin. I love, to see Neil. Oh, my gosh. And it's all of them, everyone. It was a great show. Don't you think?
No, I loved it. Every minute of it. It's been from beginning to end. Yeah. Few technical hitches, but don't watch that. It was a powerful show. Great show.
Yeah. In case family, friends missed out, don't worry about it. You can see the whole thing. And we're talking about the YouTube live. You can see that Lifestyle Show TV, Facebook page, Lifestyle on Ben, or indeed watch the show on Sky. 4-5.
We're everywhere.
Friday 10 a.m. and repeat it again following Monday from 7 p.m. It's all good. It's all there. You can get it everywhere. Yeah, that was poetry in motion. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
You're a poet and you didn't even know it. There you go.
But I'm not an actress, apparently, Antonini.
Right, you know what time it is now, don't you? Here we go. Once again, people, that's the sign. It's competition time. So I must admit, in terms of competition and questions, I had this from the absolute offset, right? I was so inspired by our young entrepreneur. All I have to do is, guys, what was the name of the company that our young 10-year-old kicked off?
Very good one.
I think that it feels fitting. It feels fitting.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Excellent. Well done. And don't forget, we've got those 2 books. Sorry.
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry.
Neil Kenlock in association with his daughter Emilia Kenlock. And the question was, what was the sort of famous institution that Mr. Kenlock was the director of?
Indeed. So for that one, lifestyleonben@hotmail.co.uk. Actually, it works for both. So if you would like to win the hamper and you could tell us the name of that fantastic 10-year-old company, then please email lifestyleonben@hotmail.com and the Dalgety Tees hamper shall be yours. Also, if we want to talk books, expectations, again, Lifestyle on Ben, and we're talking another company. What was the name of that company? I love it. It's all about the name of a company this week.
It's all about that, isn't it? It keeps going on. It's all good. You know what? Thank you to Tamara Event Designers, Dalgety Tees, of course, and the team at Lifestyle. We're all doing it. We're all trying. And as Martin said, keep it trucking, keep it going. And we're doing that. And we love your likes. Keep giving us your likes and support us. Share, please share, because we're going to be here as long as you want us here.
That's the one. Okay, guys, we are at that time. So we are going to say goodbye. Do you know what? I feel motivated. So this week, we're going to end the video with Nesbitt and his track, My Dream. So until next week, see you later. I'm out.
Bless
Bye.
Let me start that one, yeah. Like how Martin Luther King would have started. My dream, my dream, my dream, my dream, my dream. Tell you my dream is to live my dream. Hear the most I in me sleep when me sleep. Tell you my goal, my goal, my goal. All of my goal is to reach my goal. Live a happy life, put it on me headstone. Nobody no fi cry over me dead. Look at me now, when them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh, oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. I mean, just tell you my life. Where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Me Me a take plane like JUTC. When you see me, it's on TV. Shows after shows after shows after shows. Tours after tours after tours after tours. When me name call is like roars after roars. Sweet melody and chorus after chorus. Them lock a one door, me bust doors after doors after doors after doors after doors after doors. Look at me now, where them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. I me a tell you my life, where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. The blessing just a flow over. This a copia and a cover. Judge a soldier from boardhouse to sidewalk to leather sofa. Them say me living like the Costa Nostra. No sir, me no mix up in a coca. Marijuana no dust to the nose ya. I no powder, not a obia. Can't get over. Look at me now, where them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. I me a tell you my life, where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Me a thank God for me blessing. No me cannot